continuing to our lectures in Linux, we will be seeing that how we can implement LVM by using the Linux commands. We have seen the theory of logical volume. Now, how logical volume can be implemented in Linux from the administrator side, we'll be seeing by different commands. So let me open the telnet screen for it. Yes. So the first step, as we have already seen in the theoretical portion, is that we have to create the partitions. We know how to create the partitions, so I will not focus much on it. We are opening a drive SDC, and we create a partition by giving the command n partition 1, first cylinder starting from 1, last cylinder as we say 10. We can take any size, but it is my habit to take 10 cylinders, so I'm taking 10 cylinders every time. Second partition, and now third partition. So what we have done is we have created like this three partitions. Let's see the name of the partitions: SDC1, SDC2, and SDC3. We have created these three partitions. Let's write it by the command W and alter the partition table. Now inform the kernel by the command part probe informed. This thing we have already done before in before videos also. So partitions have been created. Now we are converting these physical partitions into physical volume. To convert the physical partitions into physical volume, the command is pv create slash dev slash sdc 1 slash dev slash sdc2 slash dev slash sdc3. It says physical volume successfully created, physical volume successfully created, physical. Okay, we have given the wrong name. So let me give the correct name: pv create slash dev slash sdc3. Successfully created. So it says physical volume successfully created. So three physical volumes have been created. We can see whether they have been created or not by using the command pv display. So we have converted the physical partitions into physical volume, and we can see that one of the physical volume is SDC3, one is SDC1, and one is SDC2. So these are the three physical volumes which we have created, and this is the size of the physical volumes, and this is how we have converted these physical partitions into physical volumes, and we have verified by using the command pv display. To create the command is pv create, to display it as pv display. Now, as we have seen in the theoretical portion in the before lecture, that we have to create a volume group. So to create a volume group, the command is vg create. Let us clear the screen so that it becomes more audible visible. Vg create is the command. We give the name of the volume group. Let us call it volume group 1, and we give the name of the partitions whom we are grouping as a single volume. So the partitions are SDC1, SDC2, and SDC3. This is how we have created a new volume group. We can display the details by using the command vg display. It says that volume group 1 has been created. The name is volg1. The format is lvm2. It has 3 metadata address and all these things. It has got accessible, resizable. It is resizable. This is what we are trying to do, that we have to resize it. And this is the total size, that is 250 MB, because it is combined with three partitions which we created of approximately 80 MB, and we have created a logical volume group. Now after creating this volume group, what we have to do is, as seen in the previous lecture, we have to create a logical volume. To create a logical volume, the command is lv create. Then we give the size by denoting -l, Minus L says that what is the size you are going to give. So we say that we are creating a logical volume of 100 MB. We are having 250 MB. Out of that 250 MB, we are creating a logical volume of 100 MB. Then it says that new logical volume. What is the name of your logical volume? We say logical volume 1, LOGVOL 1, that this is the name of our logical volume. And from which volume group you are creating this logical volume? From which volume group you are creating? So we are creating from VOLG G1. I repeat that how do we create logical volume? By using the command lv create, then the option minus l to specify the size, then the option minus n to specify the new name for the logical volume, and the name we have taken is LOGVOL1 logical volume. And from which volume group? VOLG1. From this volume group we are creating a logical volume. It says logical volume 1 created. Then we do LV display. LV display. So it displays the logical volume. LV path, logical volume has been displayed. This is the name of logical volume. This is the volume group name. Then other IDs and the size of LV. We said that we are creating 100 MB. So this is how a logical volume has been created. So we have created a volume group, we have created a logical volume. Now what is the benefit of creating this logical volume is that we can increase and decrease the size of this logical volume, and we can assign it to different users. So to do this thing and use this logical volume physically, certain more steps are required. What is required is we have to format this logical volume. So first let's format as nkfs.ext3. We all know that this is the command for format, and we have to give the path. We have to give the path. So it is in volume group 1, and the name of the logical volume is LOGVOL1 logical volume 1. We are formatting it. So this thing we have formatted the logical volume. After formatting the logical volume, we have to make a directory to mount it. So let us clear the screen first. So we have to make a directory. So let's make a directory logical log. Let's make a directory log. So a directory has been made. Now we have to mount our logical volume into this directory which we have created. So we give the path. The name was volume group 1, and then logical volume 1 into log. So we are mounting our logical volume. Now we have mounted it. Now what we have done is we have mounted our logical volume. After mounting our logical volume, let's again display LB display. We see that this is the path, this is the LV name, this is the volume group name, read write permission, location host available, and 100 MB. Now what we have to see is that how we can increase and decrease the size. How we can increase and decrease the size. So let's say that we are increasing the size now. So to increase the size of this logical volume, what is the command is LV extend. LV extend minus L, LV extend minus L, and we say that we are increasing it by 50 MB this time. We say we are increasing it by 50 MB. We are increasing the logical volume. And which logical volume we are increasing? The name of the logical volume, the path volume group 1, see from above, LOGVOL1. We are extending the size. So it is saying rounding the size. So we asked for 50 MB, it has round off and it has rounded to 52 MB, and the total size becomes 152 MB. The total size becomes 152 MB. After resizing, after extending the size, we should run the command that is known as resize to fs. This is the command we have to run after, and then the path is it is volg1. You can see from above lv display, the path is displayed over there in case you forward. Now we have resized it, it is mounted, and now we lv this. Okay. Now, if you see the size is 152 MB. So this is the benefit of logical volume, that we can increase the size, we can decrease the size. If you see that user is needing more amount of space, then you can increase the size. Similarly, you can decrease the size, but for decreasing the size, some steps more are required. That is, before decreasing the size, you need to unmount the logical volume. You need to unmount the logical volume, and then you have to run a file checking system, that is fsck. You have to run a file checking system, a command, that is fsck. So you can reduce the size by unmounting, then by running fsck, and then by using lv reduce. So lv reduce is the command to reduce the logical volume. So this is how we can increase and decrease the logical volume. Thank you.